All right, good evening and welcome to the City of Sunbury Council meeting. It is June 15th, 7:30 p.m. Would you please join me in a moment of silent prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance? Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Joe St. John's.
Here.
Damon Capel is absent. Tim Gose.
Here.
Murray Neff.
Here.
John Grumney.
Here.
David Martin.
Here.
Cindy Cooper. Here. 6 present.
Before we go to the minutes, I would like to say thank you to all council and staff. I haven't been here for the past 2 meetings. I really appreciate all that you do and keeping us continuously moving in the right direction. Thank you. There was a meeting on June 1st, and there are minutes to be approved.
Motion for approval.
Motion by Councilwoman Cooper. Again. Second by Mr. Grumney. Discussion. Roll call.
Cindy Cooper. Yes. John Grumney.
Yes.
David Martin.
Yes.
Murray Neff.
Abstain.
Joe St. John.
Abstain.
Tim Gose.
Yes.
4 yeas, 2 abstentions.
All right, great. We're on to the visitors section. Are there any visitors that would like to speak with council this evening? Right. We're on to committee reports. Mr. Gose?
Yes, we just held our finance committee meeting earlier this evening. All of you were in attendance. We had one major discussion about amending our 2022 annual appropriations based on 3 items. That was the Sunbury Parkway District Plan proposals, the Letts Avenue sewer repair issue, and some legal services. And then we also discussed Director of Finance appointment as well. Which we have an ordinance here later this evening to consider for that. Secondly, I did attend the fire board monthly meeting. That was June 9th last week. Nothing out of the ordinary there. I do have Chief Kovac's report here to pass along. Also, they did disseminate the fire station needs assessment and location analysis report that we've been waiting for several months. It was way overdue. We finally got it. We're just now getting into it. It's fairly lengthy. As you can see, it's about 1.5 inches thick. So I'm going to pass that along too. And I can get actually, I think I'm going to leave that here. I think we'll leave that at council. I've got a PDF. If any of you want to see it, I can email it, but I'll leave this hard copy with Ms. Belcher and Mr. Piles. Well, Chief Kovac did also mention he enthusiastically supports our 4 building code ordinances. I think we have a 3rd reading this evening. So he's on board there. That's it.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Gose. Mr. Grumney?
I do not. Thank you.
All right, Mrs. Cooper?
Yes, on June 8th, we had an events meeting. We had a visitor, Danny Sherman, visited us. He's a travel baseball guy, and he told us that he would like to have an event this fall, a home run derby. It's going to be a fundraiser. It's going to be, they did a pilot version of this last year. It was a huge success, so now he wants to make it bigger and better. It's going to be from elementary all the way through high school. And he's including the baseball and softball Big Walnut coaches. And he's pretty excited about it. There wasn't much that he really needed from us. He was just sort of giving us the courtesy of letting us know. We told him we would be getting him in touch with Chief so that they were aware that when the event was taking place, and maybe give him an estimate of how many people they're expecting. And then if between staff and Chief, if they felt like any sort of police presence would be needed, then they would discuss that with Mr. Sherman.
Is he a local resident?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
He was a part of that Raising Leaders event that Joe did a while back. We the events committee is just continuing to work really hard with Mr. Hennessy with our block party application and our special events permit. Mr. Hennessy is literally going through them line by line and comparing them with Westerville's, and he's doing great work, and he's just bringing it all to the events committee, and we're like, thanks. So that's it.
No committee report.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Neff. All right, excellent. We're moving right through this. We're on to the police report. Do we have anybody from the police department here?
Almost a handful.
So much happened. Well, first I'd like to let them know. So,
What's that?
you asked me the last meeting we had, I still work. I'm also still there.
Oh, you asked me that too.
Is that microphone on, chief? Do we need
I
that?
was hoping not. How about that?
A little bit closer,
Green, show a green light, huh?
like your karaoke.
Just a couple things. You got Justin Whiteside that's going to get his year-end SRO report to you guys. But first, I wanted to introduce one of our newest officers. We hired 2 officers in the last month and a half. This is my Belcher. She comes to us from Gilead, 6.5 years. Really good candidate. So we're glad to have her. We'll get Mr. Palmer in here and introduce him when he gets off the third shift. And he's in the normal life.
What shift for now is Maya on? Is Officer Maya on?
They rotate right now through the field training process. She goes that, and she'll be out there, and then she'll come back to days, and when she's done bebopping them both around, then they'll land on the ship somewhere.
Really excited to
Excellent.
have you. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming here.
Very much.
Where were you before? Not Gilead. So, okay, good deal. Yeah, all jokes aside, you did come in highly recommended, and we're really excited to have you. All right, how's your training going?
Really
Good.
You're used to a small town that has state highways running right through the middle of it, so, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Good deal. Thank you very
Another
much.
question I did, just so you guys know, he's really nervous.
Nothing to be
You guys
worried
have to scared. I mean, we've already met the same.
Friendly crowd here.
Yeah, and so, feel free to ask questions.
All right.
Can I give you a little recognition, maybe break the ice, pun intended, first?
Sure.
Okay. I just want to say thanks to the police department, but I specifically saw Officer Whiteside helping out the youth of the community in this heat wave, handing out popsicles to the youth. So I wanted to say that's a big deal. I think it's, not only is it a cool thing to do, but pun in there. But I think it's really important that we continue to engage the community, especially the youth, make sure they're comfortable around police, and you're the ambassador for us doing that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Did you bring any popsicles for council?
They're in the freezer. They started melting. So the first part of the report is the traffic section. Traffic has been fine. I know it's from our last meeting that we had with discussing it. I think it's still a temporary fix. Try to see if we can do anything that recommended in the first meeting that I attended about the whole traffic update back in January, early February. I wrote a letter to the high school put it in the newsletter. It got put in the newsletter for 2 consecutive weeks for all the students and staff and the teachers to see. I think my presence has helped with the traffic issues, with people obeying the speed, not cutting through the service road that we had an issue with. And since street department got the signage put up, it's helped also with that, with the do not block the traffic. The SRO program, I think it's a great addition for the Sunbury Police Department. It's worked out fantastic. We have a lot of good reports from the school about how well it is and seeing our presence inside the schools. I've been able to teach 5 classes at the middle school. It's basically introduction of who I am and why I'm here. And then at the intermediate school, we taught, the counselor and myself, we taught all intermediate school kids internet safety and cyberbullying. I know with my contract, I'm supposed to be out of schools at 11 o'clock. I have been called several times to multiple schools after 11 regarding issues with the students. Since January 3rd, since starting the program, I've had 21 calls inside the schools and 3 of them needing police reports. I have several trainings that are coming up. I've completed 2 of them already, and I have 3 more coming up.
Those 21 calls, how many different schools,
So
buildings?
the middle school, intermediate school, all 4 schools that I've been at, including the high school when Deputy Snyder had to step away for a meeting or for range time. So it's been at the middle school, intermediate, General Rosecrans, Big Walnut Elementary, and the high schools, ones that I had to respond to calls to.
Okay, so 21 total in about 5 months.
Right.
3 arrests out of that?
3 of them already needed police reports, 2 of them are still under investigation.
3 police reports, okay.
Anybody have any questions?
What kind of feedback have you gotten? Can you talk to that from the teachers and administrators and from the schools?
Yeah, I've received a few emails from the from teachers that I forwarded to Deputy Chief and Chief Howard about how well everything's been going and how much they appreciate us being inside the schools. So it's been going well.
Anything unfavorable to speak of any significance?
No, nothing. No, I haven't heard anything negative or anything being said.
Excellent.
Warren, just based on, recent events, have there been any more concerns brought up by parents or the students regarding safety and school practices in the event something, horrific should happen?
So I know after the most recent event, there were some issues that the schools were getting called and asked if we could, us and the county could have extra presence at the school. I was able to get with Sergeant Meacham and we were able to have all the day shift officers at the schools. I know I stayed over after 3 o'clock until the elementary schools got out and hung around both of those until they were able to exit. I know Deputy Chief Wade, he recently talked to me that he has met with the Delaware County Sheriff's Office about some training that's coming up and that they're trying to work out together to get me involved with that.
Thank you.
Have you guys started to think about all the ramifications of Governor DeWine signing a recent legislation allowing trained personnel in the school buildings?
I haven't talked with any teachers personally about it yet, but I know it's going to be up. It's going to be up to the superintendent what they decide.
Have you heard anything on that, Mr. Mayor? Yeah. Any feedback or anything?
I know what you can read in the newspaper. I think that Big Walnut will handle it. Internally, we'll partner with them however they want us to partner with them. There's what's permitted and then what's, encouraged within the school district. I think it's fluid at this point. Even though it's accepted in, I think, 23 states or something like that. I think there's more information to come out. I did have a chance to meet with the new superintendent. Seems like a really good guy named Ryan McLean, lives in Big Walnut. If you haven't met him yet, great. And I'm going to pause and hold my comments till the end. Mr. Cooper, Mr. Martin.
We've had questions about the traffic concerns around General Rosecrans. People walking their kids to school and people walking their kids from school and having to dodge traffic. Have you had any more discussion with anybody over in that neighborhood about what's going on or any ideas of how to address those issues?
So when I was talking with some of the teachers about the issue, people are crossing over from the Sunbury Point apartments over into the school. Talking with them, maybe putting a crosswalk there so that they're able to cross down there. Because I know you had the cross at the beginning of the road and you have one further down on the opposite end.
Mm-hmm.
So I know they had a teacher out there watching to make sure the kids were getting across safely and going to the crosswalk and whatnot. So
We tried to put more presence down there with cruisers as well towards the end. The first, I would say 3 months of this year was all of our attention was spent on that high school.
Right.
And GRA kind of got no attention. The last few weeks of school, we were down there. Met and talked with a few people that complained about that and addressing that issue.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know, put that what they say, put it in crosswalk in the middle of the street, like right by the school.
Yes, closer.
You have anything, Mr. Neff?
Yeah, well, first, I would like to give a shout out to the whole Sunbury Police Department. We had the opportunity, I think the first day of summer break, to go spend some time at the police department. We brought donuts for all the guys, for all the officers, I should say, and got to look at the cruisers. My son, my 6-year-old, was able to do a sound test, light test, whatever you call it, on Officer Whiteside's vehicle, so he really enjoyed that. We then got to go to lunch with several of the officers at Pizza Hut, which was a pizza buffet, which was a great time. And for you, I wanted to say, I don't necessarily know if you get enough recognition for what you do and the calming presence that you put on a lot of the kids at the school. Just the fact of you being there, what these kids saw on TV recently towards the end of the year, and knowing you were there. When this guy drives through the neighborhood now, the kids just run after him. Officer Whiteside, Officer Whiteside. So I think what you're doing is a great thing. You're building great relationships with these kids, starting them early to understand that law enforcement is here to help. And I think I can't say enough about how great you're doing with them. And I hear you're good at dodgeball too.
Thank you.
So good job. Keep it up. Thank you. And to the whole entire police force. You're doing great leadership. I can't say enough good things. So thank you. Thank you.
I was add on, I'm really proud of the way the program has started off the year. I mean, we really focused a lot on traffic, and it was 2, 3, 4 cars in the morning. What's helped me, I think the chief the most, sergeants, it's having the direct point of contact in the building. I mean, if you think of things that happen spontaneously, and thank God we haven't had anything, very bad happen, and I hope that we never do. But things like student walkouts and things like that, having somebody in the schools that's giving you like the pulse on actually what's happening. Are we seeing what's really happening, what's being posted on Facebook, or what's the actual reality? I think having that point of view is very important, and it's been on point. The other thing I would say is from the administration of the school board, the sports programs, having like a point person right there in the school that they can go to and kind of maybe bounce things off of, or even help schedule special duty officers. I mean, it's invaluable in the time that it saves deputy chief, and you helping navigate that. I know Sergeant Meacham, helps you a lot with that as well, and the other officers do too. So, it's definitely a team effort, but it's mutually beneficial. And again, the most important thing, to Murray's point, is the engagement that you're having with the kids. I think that's critical. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else from the department?
Yes, sir.
Ramirez.
I just want to add to, as far as the SRO goes, as far as the street guys, it's beneficial to us too. Whenever we do have incidences involving juveniles, we always call Justin and just say, hey, what do you know about this kid? It just helps investigation purposes go. Also, whenever we can't locate or somebody, we just let him know and he can follow up with them at school the next day, just because we know, hey, they're going to be at school, so it makes it that much easier for us.
Right.
But just to give you that aspect as far as the road guys go. So that's it.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And is there a true story that the new superintendent was actually your football coach?
I'm very good friends with him. I've known him for 20 some years.
Great. Wow, you were high school 20 years ago?
Actually, 20 years ago, he was my coach.
That's awesome. Cool.
But yeah.
All right. Good deal. Excellent. All right.
Thank you all for coming.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for your service. We appreciate it.
All right, we're on to the administrator's report. We've got Steve Piles on the mic.
Thank you, Mayor. I will be brief. Personnel and staffing, we're going to deal with one of our big challenges, or one of the important challenges that we've had. Planning and zoning, just let you know, continue to see new home builds come in, both plans and releasing building permits. And I think this week we'll be releasing a number of rolling hills building permits, and there are about 10 sitting with CT, so that'll be a pretty significant event. I also wanted to mention, I went down to Genoa Township. Delaware County Health had organized a meeting about the Ohio Erie Trail. And that was a good sharing meeting. And then also a thanks to City North Church. They came in over the Labor Day weekend on their 5th Sunday of service, helped us paint the front porch of the town hall and the metal work downstairs, which was a need. And then later the following week, the service department got the back porch, and they also did the gazebo. And so slowly but surely, we're knocking out little aesthetic issues that I think are important, because those are our front doors and our impressions. And with that, I'll wrap it up, sir, unless there are questions.
I think right now would be a good time to maybe take a little recess. We have with us in the audience here, Mrs. St. John and their family came as a surprise with a cake. And we just want to take a pause from our meeting and say congratulations to the mayor for his 40 under 40 nomination. And we just want to celebrate with you, with your family and your friends, the council.
Thank you.
Please.
Cake break.
That's a surprise.
So
Thank you very
we
much.
just take a recess. Is that okay, Mr. Breen?
Need a motion to recess.
Okay, I motion to take a cake recess.
Man, you were quick.
Somebody's hungry.
Cindy Cooper,
Yes.
Maureen Knapp,
Yes.
Dave Martin,
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
Tim Ghost.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Are you cutting the cake?
There we go. Do I need to say that again? Motion to reconvene.
I'll second.
Second by Tim Ghost. Discussion. Roll call.
Joe St. John.
Here.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
Maureen Knapp,
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper. Yes. Dave Martin,
Yes.
6 yeas.
We did have an engineer's report, I believe, submitted. Is there anything that anyone wants to review from the engineer's report or any questions? All right. On to resolutions, which we have none. We have ordinances. Ordinance number 2021.49 will remain tabled. Ordinance number 2022.24. Again, this is the third reading. And an ordinance approving the execution of grant agreement with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources and declaring an emergency.
I would ask that it be tabled, that we have provided some language to ODNR for their review that would allow us to be able to withdraw water from the reservoir as long as we don't impact the recreational value. They're looking at that. They did agree to change the map to carve out one of the reservoirs in the area that we may end up building upon.
All right, I'll make a motion to table ordinance number 2020.
It's actually tabled
Yeah,
now.
remains
You never took it off, so
Okay.
you can just move on. Stays
All right,
tabled.
couldn't see it. Right, ordinance number 2022.28, an ordinance authorizing the city administrator to submit an application to the state.
27, I think, Mr. Mayor. Did we skip
Oh, I'm
one?
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Whoops, my bad.
Yeah.
Ordinance number 2022.27, an ordinance approving an agreement for plan review, permitting and inspection services between the county of Delaware, Ohio, and the city of Sunbury, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. I think we're ready to take action on this.
I'd request
All
that.
right, I'd like to make a motion on the emergency.
Second.
Second by Dave Martin. Discussion. Roll call.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Maureen Knapp,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
6 yeas.
I'd like to make a motion on ordinance 2022.27.
Second.
Second by Dave Martin. Discussion. Roll call.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Maureen Knapp,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
6 yeas.
All right. Ordinance number 2022.28, an ordinance authorizing the city administrator to submit an application to the State of Ohio Board of Building Standards for certification as a sub-building department and declaring an emergency. I'd like to make a motion on the emergency.
I'll second it.
Second by Dave Martin. Discussion. Roll call.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Maureen Knapp,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
6 yeas.
I'd like to make a motion on the ordinance 2022.28.
Second.
Second by Dave Martin. Discussion. Roll call.
Joe St. John.
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Maureen Knapp,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
6 yeas.
All right, we're on to ordinance number 2022.29, an ordinance adopting the 2017 Ohio Building Code and subsequent updates for the city of Sunbury and declaring an emergency. Is this kind of the trifecta associated with this?
Yes.
Okay,
There's actually one more, yeah, after that as well. A foursome.
all right, good deal. Let's keep the clean streak going. I'd like to make a motion on the emergency.
Second.
Second by Dave Martin. Discussion. Roll call.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Maureen Knapp,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
6 yeas.
I'd like to make a motion on ordinance 2022.29.
Second.
Second by Dave Martin. Discussion.
One item of discussion, just wanted to point out, these four aforementioned ordinances are the ones that I spoke of in my committee report that Chief Kovac was enthusiastically in agreement with, for the record.
Excellent.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Maureen Knapp,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
6 yeas.
Right, ordinance number 2022.30, an ordinance adopting the 2006 Building Code of Delaware County and prior revisions from 2011 and 2018 and subsequent updates and declaring an emergency. I'd like to make a motion on the emergency.
I'd like to second it.
Second by Dave Martin. Discussion. Roll call.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Maureen Knapp,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
6 yeas.
I'd like to make a motion on the ordinance.
Second.
Second by Dave Martin. Discussion. Roll call.
Joe St. John.
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Maureen Neff,
Yes.
Tim Goes.
Yes.
6 yeas.
All right, we have a second reading ordinance 2022.31, an ordinance accepting the final plat of Price Pond subdivision, section 1, and declaring an emergency. I think there's maybe still one outstanding issue on this.
There is.
Okay, good deal. First readings, ordinance number 2022.01, first amended, and ordinance amending the 2022 annual appropriations. We ready to take action on that? Okay. We have ordinance number 2022.32, an ordinance amending positions and pay ranges for employees of the city of Sunbury and declaring an emergency. I think we are ready to take action on this. And this was reviewed in the finance meeting. I'd like to suspend the rules. I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Second by John Grumney. Discussion? Roll call.
Joe St. John.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
Maureen Neff,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
6 yeas.
I'd like to make a motion on the emergency.
Second.
Second by John Grumney. Discussion? Roll call.
Joe St. John.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
Maureen Neff,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
6 yeas.
I'd like to make a motion on ordinance number 2022.32.
Second.
Second by John Grumney. Discussion? Roll call.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
Maureen Neff,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
6 yeas.
All right, we're on the first reading of ordinance number 2022.33, an ordinance providing for the employment of Dana L. Steffen as Director of Finance, authorizing the city administrator to execute an employment contract and declaring an emergency. I'd like to suspend the rules.
Second.
And I'll make that motion, and we've got a second by Mrs. Cooper. Discussion? Roll call.
I'm just curious. If we approve this, then we have two people with the same title. Is that an issue?
We had a discussion about that. She's in her hiring process. It's been discussed that she would take and assume the official duties upon Kathy's retirement.
Okay.
She will be Director of Finance and Training or.
So it's spelled out in the language. All right, thank you.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Joe St. John.
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Maureen Neff,
Yes.
Tim Goes.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion on the emergency.
Second.
Second by Cindy Cooper. Discussion? Roll call.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
Maureen Neff,
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
6 yeas.
Let's make this official by making a motion on ordinance number 2022.33.
I'll second.
Second by Councilwoman Cooper. Discussion. Roll call.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper,
Yes.
David Martin,
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Maureen Neff,
Yes.
Tim Goes.
Yes.
6 yeas.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Let's do this. All right. We're on to new and unfinished business, and we have a couple purchase orders. Purchase order number 35754, CT Consultants 2022 Street Program, $43,166 on the button.
Motion.
Motion by Dave Martin.
Second.
Second by Murray Neff. Discussion. Roll call.
David Martin,
Yes.
Maureen Neff,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper,
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
Tim Goes.
Yes.
6 yeas.
And this next one, I'm always excited to approve. Purchase order number 35738, Birch Hydro Biosolids Land Application, $11,023.89. I have a motion on Birch Hydro.
I'll make the motion.
All right, we've got a motion by David Martin, just above my spending limit, or I could have saved you the time here. Got a motion on the floor.
Second.
Second by Murray Neff. Discussion. Roll call.
David Martin,
Yes.
Maureen Neff,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper,
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
Tim Goes.
Yes.
6 yeas.
I'll tell you, the sugar in that cake was real. I'm feeling,
Is that what it is?
I feel like I want to go dance.
Seriously. Cake was delicious, Daryl. You picked a good one.
We're on to new and unfinished business. We're going to start with Murray Neff.
Nothing to report.
All right, Mr. Martin.
Do we need to have a meeting on June 29th? And if not, I make a motion that we not have a meeting on 2/29.
A motion on the floor to cancel the 29th meeting of June 2022. Second by Murray Neff. Discussion? Roll call.
David Martin,
Yes.
Murray Neff,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Joe St. John.
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
6 yeas.
All right, we're on to new and unfinished business. Mr. Martin still.
I'm done.
Councilwoman Cooper.
Yes, I just wanted to, if you haven't seen it, there's going to be a festival in Sunbury this weekend at St. John Newman,
Yes.
Friday night and Saturday night. And looks like it's gonna be great weather and not 100 degrees. So it should be really nice weather. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend, maybe head out to St. John Newman and enjoy that.
Absolutely. It's a good time every year. Popular band, the Reaganomics.
Yeah,
Be
big
there
red.
Saturday evening. Saturday evening. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah,
Very impressive.
that's it.
All right, good deal. Thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Grumby.
Only thing I have is first of all, I will be out for the meeting on July 6th. I will be out of town, so.
Good deal. Pleasure.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, yes.
Good for
Looking
you.
forward to it.
All right, anything else, Mr. Grumby?
No, that's it.
All right, Mr. Ghost.
No, I'm good.
Okay, excellent. Paid professional staff.
I'd like to reiterate again my thanks for your investment in our professional staff.
Absolutely. Most important job we have, support you guys. Excellent. Thank you very much. All right, and I don't have anything new or unfinished, but I do want to just say thank you. That was a surprise. I'm turning 40 here pretty soon, so I'm doing a lot of looking in the mirror, looking in the rear view mirror, you know, what could I have done differently? And it means a lot to have, family support me, and definitely this team. I mean, this team is a bunch of butt kickers. So thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. I would not want to go on this journey with anyone else but you guys.
Thanks for all that you do, Mr. Mayor. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Total team players.
Motion to adjourn.
Got it. Motion to adjourn by Mr. Martin,
Second.
second by Mr. Gose. Discussion? Roll call.
David Martin,
Yes.
Tim Goes,
Yes.
Cindy Cooper.
Yes.
John Grumney,
Yes.
Joe St. John,
Yes.
6 yeas.
That's impressive. You're a spring chicken.
You with the